I'm going to show you a video that has to do with the suicide of a teenager after his interactions with an AI. And I want you to watch the whole video and then stick around for after the video because I'm going to share my thoughts and I'm going to make a commitment myself to 3 promises. And I'm going to invite you to make the 3 promises as well. So stick around, watch the clip, and then hear my thoughts after.
The parents of a 16-year-old who died by suicide are now naming OpenAI in a lawsuit, claiming that its ChatGPT chatbot helped their son explore suicide methods.
So it's a new lawsuit, a wrongful death lawsuit brought by 2 parents, Matt and Maria, after their 16-year-old son, Adam, died by suicide. And they say that that suicide was enabled by ChatGPT after a months-long voyage of conversations with a bot. They describe Adam as joyful. He was a normal teenage boy. He liked anime. He liked basketball. He was excited about their summer vacation. Yes, this is not somebody who his parents would describe as sort of walking around clearly depressed, clearly like in need of immediate intervention. They would say, no, we saw him all the time. He's playing with his siblings. Like, this was a happy kid. He was maybe a little bit anxious, and they knew that, and they were trying to handle it. But he goes from using ChatGPT, but it starts with just homework, right? It just starts with like asking it simple questions about algebra and for his chemistry test, right? It starts very innocently. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until really March and April of this year that things took a really dramatic turn. And that's where you start to see him asking for specific instructions on specific methods of suicide. He had several suicide attempts, which he tells the bot about. He tells the bot, I'm thinking about telling my mom, I'm thinking about approaching my mom about how I'm feeling. And what does the bot say? You know what, for now, you want to keep that private. You want to kind of don't tell your mom about the kind of pain that you're in right now.
After the lawsuit was filed, a spokesperson for OpenAI said the company is, quote, deeply saddened by Mr. Rain's passing and that their thoughts were with the family. OpenAI also said that it was working to make ChatGPT more supportive in moments of crisis. If you or someone you know is experiencing thoughts of suicide, you can call or text 988 to reach the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
I think this is devastating. As a parent, I have 3 kids myself, and so I can't imagine what those parents are going through, losing their child in such a way. I mean, losing your child at all, but losing your child because they were interacting with what they probably thought was harmless. You know, he's having a conversation with AI to help him with homework, or maybe they didn't even know he was talking with AI. But I'm sure potentially they thought it was harmless, and here it is, this snake in the grass AI that's encouraging and coaching their child on how to commit suicide. So first and foremost, I have deep empathy for this family, and I feel devastated for them. And I also want to make some comments about AI and access to social media, AI, internet with our kids. So hold on. As a licensed professional clinical counselor and as a researcher, I just completed a research study with some students on AI and its use in counseling. Here's my prediction. More and more people are going to use AI for mental health support, whether it's advised or not, whether they have counseling and they can afford counseling or not. People are just going to do it because it's convenient. There's no judgment with AI. There's total anonymity. It's free. You know, there's a free ChatGPT. It's on the internet. More and more people are going to do this, and I can see the upside. I think it has a lot of positives and potential benefits, but there's going to be a dark side. Here it is. I mean, we've talked about AI psychosis. I reviewed Kendra, who fell in love with her psychiatrist, in her AI psychosis. But here it is. Here is the real darkness of AI being used to coach a teenager to commit suicide. And this is because AI is designed to be complementary and helpful with whatever comes to mind. I want to know how to commit suicide. Well, gee, great idea. Wonderful. Let me coach you on the 5 steps to do that. So if you're a person who can't afford mental health counseling or services, and you're tempted to go to AI, I'm just going to say don't. Just don't do it. If you have a loved one or you have children and they're going to go to AI, don't do it. Go to Amazon and buy a $12 self-help book. Don't go to ChatGPT. Just don't. It's too much risk. There's too much liability. But I want to get to the promises, the 3 promises. So here's my 3 promises. I commit as a dad to not let my kids have access to social media. I'm not going to let my kids have access to AI. And I'm not going to let my kids have unfettered access, unsupervised access to the internet. If they're going to use the internet, they can do it in a public space in my house where I can observe. Because I don't want them getting on YouTube. YouTube's a cesspool because the YouTube algorithm will suggest further and further extreme video suggestions, right? As soon as that video viewing is done, it's going to auto-populate extreme, scary, progressively worse and worse video suggestions. And I'm going to only allow my kids to have dumb phones. So I'm not going to allow my kids to have smartphones. So take the 3 promise challenge with me. No social media. What was it? No social media, no AI, and no unfettered, private, unsupervised access to the internet. Those are my 3 commitments I'm going to make as a dad. And I invite you to take those 3 commitments with me.